Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to, now it's in October. I know all of you is very, very stressed in terms of your O-level, your Set 3. Some even send me the homework, how to do it. Some even ask me what is SRQ, and even you go through the revision with me a few weeks or few months ago. So I'm going to send this question to you. How come my mouse not moving? Xingyi, tell me. You saw the chat group, right, Xingyi? Hey, Pei Kui, I like that baby, so cute. Please show your face. Yay. Xingyi, what is taxi? Hey, Pei Kui, you what? Fresh, on and off. Show your face lah. Don't be so shy. Come on. Yes. Thank you. Turn on your camera, Yao Yi. Thank you. Hai Tong, what is taxi? Zhao Xuan, what is taxi? Xing Chen, what is taxi? Yao Yi, what is taxi? Can anyone tell me what does taxi stand for in SRQ? Razor. Tong Ye. Anyone? Forgot already. Razor 还记得吗？同业还记得吗？姚毅还记得什么是 TAX 吗 ？TAXI 记得吗？忘记了。
The first one timeline.
还有呢
Audience.
And you 呢
I don't know.
It's okay, it's okay. We don't want to tell 海彤 and 微妙 okay? Let them 被他们心思思。You know
Yes.
Okay 咯，我有教你咩
Yes.
Okay, shh. Don't share with them 我们来问赵璇。关我什么事？我在擦眼镜吗？叫我做什么？赵璇 come on. Any ideas, Zhao Xuan? One, two, three, four, five. Ziyi is still not in. 13. Okay. Come think first. What do you think? How do we use SRQ? It's not I don't want to tell you. I want you all to powder it. Okay. Anyway, don't worry. Uncle Raymond will share with you. Later, we're going to do an exercise for SRQ. Okay. Okay, I give you one more time. Xingyi, what do you think?
What
does TAXI refer to?
Timeline, then the rest I forget.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. TAXI. Okay, Hai Tong, what do you think T stand for?
Time.
Okay, in SRQ, we always must have the timeline. Ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully. Anything that is before 2000, the year 2000, will be the past. Anything from 2000 to 2021 or next year, if you are set for those Set 3 students, listen carefully, will be the present. Anything that is 2030, 2050 will be the future. Now, the timelines is very important in structured response questions. Now, one of the students asked, what about if there is a timeline, extract one, referring to Mr. Lee Kuan Yew? Now, all we know that Mr. Lee Kuan Yew passed away in the year of 2015 when Singapore celebrated the 50th anniversary. So you have to check carefully when did Lee Kuan Yew say certain extract, certain of the quote. If we say that it's about CPF, which we did last week, so we would know that that is the past. But if you were talking about how the diversity works or talk about the recent changes of foreign talents, all these things, that will be in the present as what we are facing. So if we're talking about the future, which let's say it extract one of his book from the third world to the first world. If you read Mr. Lee Kuan Yew books, I think seriously, I urge you to go and read. Anyway, don't buy, no need to buy these books from the Mr. Lee Kuan Yew's books. You actually can go to the library and borrow it. It's very useful for your social study, especially those of you who are interested in political science. That book is super good. And the way he put his pen and paper inside his thoughts, excellent. That is timeline. Thank you for Tong Ye and Hai Tong. Timeline factors. Now remember, when you do SRQ, remember the time factors is the most important. Next, yes, it's audience. Now we talk about audience. There are total more than 20 different types of audience. Later, we're going to do an extract and you tell me who are the audience. Now, response questions in SS, we are talking about how we're going to see things. For example, are you okay, Yao Yi? You okay? Yeah, because I see your head like that, I'm scared. I don't know what happened. Don't stress. sorry. Because your head like that, 你在望天我吓到我. Okay, so the audience, oh, sorry, Jia Ling just came in because I talk, I forgot already. I never see you. I was looking at this. So when you have the audience, always choose, student ask, Uncle Raymond, how many audience must I choose when I do extract 1, 2, and 3? Okay, how many? Sing it. Okay, Zhao Xuan. Where's Zhao Xuan? Zhao Xuan, can you turn on your camera? Xing Chen, turn on the camera. Jia Ling, turn on the camera. And Si Yi also turn on camera, please. Okay, today, I'm going to attack Xing Yi. All the questions will throw to Xing Yi. 不要跟他讲. Xing Yi, yes. Yes. What's my question? I also forgot.
I also forgot.
Okay, Hai Tong, what is my question? Hi, Si Yi. Who is the audience? Yes. What type of audience? How many audience? Why is there audience? Did your teacher tell you that when you do SRQ, you need to have audience?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So just like the visual graphic text, you also must have audience. Okay, this brochure is for which audience? So choose the audience. Now, these are the 20 different types of audience I've chosen. But if you have new audience, put it inside there. Okay, please, those of you who are set 3, please write it down somewhere. Every time your list of audience will add on and add on. Now, one of the students asked, does terrorists consider inside the audience?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. You have to be inside. Okay, because we are talking about the cyber security, which is the last topic of set 4, but it's not covered. But you also cover in other topics. Okay, next, the X is the explanation. Okay, I cannot move. Okay, it's the explain the extract. You need to use the DEEERL. You need to describe, write down. You need to describe. You need to explain. You need to give your evidence. Then you need your expression. Then has a result. And then link back to the question. There is issue. Remember the issue I told you? Issue 1 is about NRIC. Nationality, race, religion, rights, identity, and citizenships. Issue 2 is FLOATS. Foreigners, locals, opportunities. The 3A, awareness, alertness, and attentions. And then the T is the threat. Threat is way high. S will be the system. And then the issue 3 will talk about the WORLD, world. Workers, O stand for what? I forgot already. Organization, if I'm not mistaken. And then the leaders and defense and diplomatic. And then the D stand for defense. Okay, as you know, I think some of you say, Uncle Raymond, okay, Xiaoxing, you sometimes you do SRQ, and then Aitong, you told me not enough practice. Now you know already, right? That day I think I walked through with you. There's a recall. 7 marks spend 40 minutes, and then 8 marks spend about 60 minutes, not more, not less. So step 1, okay, this one we skip. I told you already, use this method. Okay, use this method. So when we talk about religions and this one, use this method. You see the role of this, you describe, then a religions explain. First, you describe what is religion means to Singapore. Okay, this is not targeting you. Zhao Xuan, can you please kindly turn on your camera? Everyone turn on the camera already, please. Thank you, Zhao Xuan. Pei Kun, are you there? Pei Kun? Pei Kun, can you show your face also? Thank you. And so with the evidence, you see, you show this. Now, what about race? What happens if it's compared during your exam, they compare race and religions? Which one is more important? As told you before, religions to me is the most important. But if you want to choose race, I can't stop you. Then you have to explain to me why to the examiner, why you think race are more important in Singapore diversity. All right? Because to me, religions is important because one religion have many different type of races. Okay? Then, of course, use a magic word. Guys, please write down 3 magic words I learned from this professor. Is Amos, who went to Nanyang Girls that time for 3 days. I told you, you must use this THT. Ready? Therefore, hence, and thus. Please write down. And then when you do that, please underline. In your exam, please underline this to tell you, hello, excuse me, I'm writing my 3rd paragraph or my this separation points to show the differences. Trust me, my student did that during his and her, okay, a few of them, in school prelim as well in the real examinations. Okay, because the examiner in social studies is marked by local, one day they can mark more than 80 script. So the underline is to tell them, I'm going to level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. The level of response marking. Okay, as a result, I think this one, I can safely say, Tong Ye, you master already. Now I don't need to read anything. I just go through the handstands, therefore I know what you're talking about. Beautiful. The flow is there already. Okay, the flow is there. It's just that now, Tong Ye, you need to improve a bit of the structures on that. Other than that, you're there. Okay. Now, once you have the hands, you see, in your school, you talk about, Rachel, your school will be teach you PEL, right? Is it true? Hai Tong also, right? PEL, right? Wei Miao also PEL, right? Qiao Xing
Yes.
also PEL, right? Please throw away your PEL. Seriously. Okay, I know you, if you use that, I leave it to you guys. But this one is really related to you later on. You will thank me, because you can use it in your higher learning. Okay, so trust me. Because this one is 比较啰嗦 but more detailed. Okay, right? But if you want to use a PEL, I don't stop you. This is like a format everyone. My goddaughter used Sailor, used don't know what acronyms to do it. But okay, this is mine because I told you before, I've used a few of my very mentor teachers in my school previously, and I modified it, and I think this is good, and I've been using for many years, even including my daughter who graduated. Okay, so you must have has a result. Okay, PEL don't have. PEL just say every point explain with example and link. Okay, but this one has a result. Now, if you want to score that extra 1 or 2 marks more than your classmate, this is what I'm suggesting to you. I leave it to you. Right, somebody talking to me. Yes, Yichen, thank you. You see, Yichen was saying to the class that PEL 4. Yes, in fact, one of my students called Default, describe, explain, and FOL. Okay. Get it, Well done, Yichen. Now, this is seriously, don't share with your classmate. And those of you who are doing history, history one, okay, Tong Ye, you're doing history, right? Please, I told you, right, go and get Mrs. Wong Beating's the text, the guidebook. That day, my student was telling, hey, Uncle Raymond, do you know what? I thought I'm the only one get hold of that books. My whole class are using that book. They say, 完蛋了咯. I told you're not doing history. Okay. Jialing doing history, right? No, okay, who is doing history? 完蛋了咯. You know why 完蛋, right? 乔欣，因为现在每个人都有那个50秘籍了。Sorry, too bad. So use that book. And guess what? That my student really don't like to memorize. But when that day I test her 1-to-1, she literally can memorize the Treaty of Versailles. Okay, how many thousand people, how much money, all the reparations, well done. Okay, get hold of that book, but honestly, for set 4, don't buy lah. If you really need the books and help, I can screenshot and give it and send it to you. Don't waste money. But for set 3 student, please buy it. And Mrs. Wong will be having a SPQ and SEQ because that method is also using here in social study. Okay, right? So good. Now, as a result, you must tell people, there's no point you peel, like, okay, O is the outcome, correct. Ethan, where are you? Where are you? Okay, hi. Ethan, that's right. Your outcome is the same as my result, the one result. 你一定要有一个 outcome 的. There's no point you tell people, okay, at the end of it, okay, so 怎么样？总而言之怎么样？ What is the outcome? What is the result? So that is the result, okay? Now this is one. Now look at the next one. So the role of social economic status. Just now I went through with my 2 set 3 girl. Okay, they find that social economic status is more important than religion. Why? Ladies and gentlemen say, oh, you say, Uncle Raymond, because now Singapore multiracial, all the religions, they know how to tolerate one another lah. Okay, so religions is already like become, we all understand how to like 7月烧银纸啦，什么Deepavali啦，Thaipusan啦，Hari Raya, Christmas, we all know we are able to tolerate and understand their culture. But now, Uncle Raymond, I think because of social economic status is very important. 为什么？因为如果新加坡不是 developed country nobody carry Hermes bag or Chanel bag or Lamborghini or Mercedes excuse me, uncle, who will come to Singapore to invest, to innovate, and to involve? Wow. Wow, okay. I didn't think of that, Xingchen, true now. Now, excuse me, children. One day you want to move to a certain place, whether in Singapore, related to real life, you want to move your place to maybe to, okay, everybody knows, okay, who don't want to stay in Orchard Road? Right, Xingchen, true now. Right, do you want to stay in Orchard Road? Xingyu, 不是 Xingchen, sorry, Xingyu. Do you want to stay in Orchard Road? Wei Miao, do you like to stay in Orchard Road?
Not really.
Not really. Hai Tong, do you want to stay in Orchard Road? Even if I'm super rich, I also don't want to stay in Orchard Road. 我的口袋会破一个洞。你懂为什么吗，海彤？我太太整天刷卡，我会怕。Dear, I'm going downstairs to buy Takashimaya. 我不要。joke, okay. But it's very different. You can see people going for certain school and certain petitions. Okay, same thing, ladies and gentlemen. One day you and your husband and your wife want to buy a house. There's 3 real estate property. One is driving a motorcycle, one is driving Mr. Bean car, and one is a Mercedes. I believe you are the one you wanted the Mercedes guy to serve you, because this Mercedes guy will show you that his status. He has sold a lot of expensive houses. That's why he's so rich. You are going to put a few million of dollars to get a house. You're not going to get someone that is no status. Very serious. 人靠金砖，衣靠什么砖？第三，人靠金砖，佛靠什么砖？ You know that saying before? Have you heard of this saying before, children? 一晨有没有听过？
No.
人靠什么砖？佛靠金砖。有没有人听过这个？My Chinese not good, When you are humans, you must decorate and present yourself better. Just like a 佛祖, right? You have to make you go to a.
I think it's 人靠衣装，佛靠金装。I think.
谢谢，听过了哈。It's true, right? It's very true, 微妙 agree 的。You see, it's sad to say 你听过那个国王的新衣的故事 right? So it's the same thing. So sometimes economic status will show the. That's why we got G8. G8 is the top 8 countries in the world to make the economic decision. We got G20 also. All these are affected in a social study. Why? Because these powerful economic countries come in to decide the fate of the country, the world, whether you got the free trade agreements, whether you got embargo, whether you got tariff, whether what kind of taxes, what kind of global warming issue, things like that. So ladies and gentlemen, social economic status is important when a country is developed. But when the country is developing, yes, you have to slowly and surely, remember, write down the SSD, slowly, surely, and definitely, you're going to improve on it. just like all of you, okay? How you move up to your social economic status. Okay, so I just share with my secretary this afternoon is that in another 20, 50 years, Singapore will be mostly for you guys, will not be middle class. You will be upper middle and quite an upper rich class with it. By then, ladies and gentlemen, all of you will not want your parents, including like Uncle Raymond, to get your parents to work, right? As maybe a sweeper or cleaner or McDonald's auntie, uncle, or Burger King auntie, uncle, or whatever you call it. Then honestly, who is going to do this job? Already in McDonald's, you can sell press kiosks. Already there's this robot going around the area to clean, right? So if you don't get external party, which the foreigners will come in to replace the jobs, the workforce. Sorry, Hai Tong, do you know the difference between white collar worker and blue collar worker?
Yes.
Okay, 都不要跟我讲颜色啊. What is the purpose? What is white collar?
Oh, the one is, I think, more privileged than the blue color.
哦，你这样啊，真是诶，
I don't
你
know.
可以 OK。Then blue collar 咧？
I don't know how to say this, but I think maybe the workers or
There is a salary skill. You're right. White collar workers is like professional people. Like last time I made a mistake. It's called professional people. Like Ziyi was helping me, professional manager, engineer and technician. I changed it wrongly. Now white collar 就是比较高级的职位. Usually the salary scale is about 4,000 to 5,000 and above. All right. And then those blue collars are below 3,000 or less. That's called the blue collar worker. Right. So you see, in future, all of you are going to be diploma or university. Who is going to clean and wash the plate, things like that? True now. Who is going to sweep the floor? We cannot every time call the Bangladesh worker to come and help us because of the quotas. And now Singaporeans are making noise and telling the government, why 为什么你一直请外国人？可是鸡蛋糕你们要做咩？你不请那些外国人，你自己要做吗？对吗？心语对不对？你嘴巴只是会讲，但你做啦，讲这么多废话做什么 ？I don't know. Sometimes I as a Singaporean, I feel very shameful. Seriously, people can tell me, you do that. I do. 我丢垃圾我丢过啊。So when I say someone, I make sure I do my part. Then I say, okay, that's very important. So you see, you cannot have xenophobia. You cannot be anti-foreigners for not taking certain job. You have to be liberal. You have to be open. Then, ladies and gentlemen, the social economic status will be more different. Why? Because the standard of living, look at the evidence. The standard of living and the influence of the upper middle class as well as the mass of the middle class shows the stability of society. Now you can see, now recently the COVID-19, you can see people are giving a lot of charity. Ever since now I'm doing this new business called Eco-Friendly. I didn't know and realize that there are about, when I do this topic called charity, there are about 2,900 charities in Singapore. So great, right? You see, they give social enterprise, social responsibility. It's also part of social study. Okay? It's overall, I told you already, I'm not interested in your A1 for social study. I'm only interested in your A1 for your characters. So when you have characters, you build a better society. So social economic status comes in because, in my opinion, religion is the most paramount important. Religion transforms people. I think some of you are in my WhatsApp group. Sometimes, Jia Ling and Tong Ye 说鸡蛋还是星辰you will say Uncle Raymond 你12点多不要睡觉，为什么你 send TikTok 给我对吧嘉玲you can smile Tong Ye 是哎呀我要睡觉sorry sometimes I just feel very excited when I see certain things that is good I share with my students okay seriously so I am interested 不要这样你们有时3更半夜也是 send 东西叫我改so I enjoy so 以其人之道还其人之心可以这样讲吗一晨No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so therefore, you see, look at this one. Thus, just now I used that one, therefore. Thus, one will feel as Singaporean, the people will be able to try to do their best as the person find there is security nets and job opportunity in Singapore. Now, imagine why most of you are mostly from foreigners from China coming to Singapore. Why you choose Singapore? Why don't you choose other countries? Because three things. First, education. Second, the Maslow theory. Please type this and go and take a look, because all of you, okay, will use this very often in your diploma or in your JC. This theory is super, super important in terms of the basic needs for anybody. I use that to teach my Set 3. Okay, and my teacher will say, seriously, Raymond, you teach this in your NA class? Hey, what's wrong, guys? What's wrong using Maslow theory to teach NA class? Why? 看不起人家，不懂咩? Okay, all right. So this Maslow theory is exactly to see that there is a, can I use the word something that everyone need, the 丰衣足食, the basic needs, like the shelters or this. Go and read, go and see this. It's very important, especially your grandparents are seeing it. 海彤、微妙, all of you 姚毅, okay, 赵璇, 嘉玲, Bei Kun. Your grandparents are the top in the triangle. It's called the self-esteem already. They are the tip of it. Okay, that's why they are being respected. That's why you don't want them to work blue-collar job. 海彤明白嗎? That's why 你要跟他講，爺爺奶奶退休了，享福 relax。Then 你 relax， then 你爺爺奶奶 relax 個屁啊，沒有錢怎麼辦？不用緊，奶奶爺爺政府給你津貼。Now you understand the Pioneer Card, the Merdeka Card, the 3% discount. All these are involved. This is what we call, ladies and gentlemen, gracious society. Ladies and gentlemen, we take care of different level. Can we use this word 海彤？一視同仁。不是說馬來人啊，不用緊啦，你們沒有吃豬肉，不要緊，不用緊。印度人不要吃牛肉不要緊，你們沒有錢啊。我跟你講，海彤，我跟你可以準備移民去澳洲了，不要住新加坡了，對不對？ But do you realize here in Singapore, we take care of the minority. That is called the gracious society. Sorry not to say in US, you know what I mean. You see the blacks, they are always being discriminated. That is not the way. And they are the most developed country, and they are the social economic status, one of the richest country in the world. And ladies and gentlemen, they don't have, to me, they say they have religious background. Hey, my food don't have leh. So to me, I find a religion background is the most important. Because, ready? Zhao Xuan, can you read to the class everything? 給我休息1分鐘好嗎？Zhao Xuan, thank you. Mr. Lee, thank you. You cannot talk because your mic cannot work. Okay.
听到吗？
你讀。你讀。
Therefore, the role of 从 therefore 开始对吧？ Therefore, the role of religion is more important than social economic status in shaping one's identity. This is because the role of religion embodies spiritual teaching, which heavily affects a person's character and behavior in society, hence his identity. Apparently, social economic status does not affect that much or may not have a stronger influence as most of us live under the same status in Singapore. Therefore, the role of religion's play is more important than social economic status in shaping one's individual's identity.
So the question asks, is the religion, thank you, Wei Miao, thank you. Is it the religions are more important to play a very significant role in the individual identity? Or is it because of the social economic status? When you say individual identity, straight away it's issue 1 already, ladies and gentlemen, right? We are talking, this is in your textbook, page 132. So remember the NRIC, identity is a citizenship rights. 为什么我们新加坡讲 racial harmony? 为什么我们讲religious tolerance? Now Singapore is different from France, ladies and gentlemen. You know, France is assimilation. You have to understand since the Emperor Napoleon, they have already a deep culture. I told you before already, guys. You have to think far, you have to think high, you have to think deep, and you think the past. So it's a 4 directions. You think far because you want the country to be improving. You think high because you want your citizen to improve the quality of life. You think deep because you want all the citizens to have a fair share. You think the past because you appreciate your forefathers have done this for you. Then you cannot neglect them. Therefore, France cannot neglect their forefather who fight for the French Revolution. Therefore, they can say, cannot. You see, Hai Tong, you come to France, you have to enjoy the funds, merci beaucoup. If you don't accept funds, you bye-bye, see you. Okay, bon appetit. Okay, sorry, I'm talking like fun. But in Singapore, 欢迎光临, selamat datang, welcome, 谢谢你, thank you, welcome. See, 4 languages, they make you more comfortable. They make you 4 difference. But do you realize that the 4 religions, the 4 languages is also deep-rooted to a religion? True enough, right? So of course the race, but that is how I explain. So I got students argue, uncle, I disagree. It says social economy is still important because now we are living in the 21st century. Uncle Raymond, you told me before, it's called paradigm shift, right? So we are shifting to a new era. So this era is no more, religion. What happened if these people are atheists, don't believe in religion? Okay lah, 对吗？微妙 fair enough, right? 一种米养7万种人, you cannot please everybody. Okay, nothing wrong. So if your argument you want to choose during your exam, please, race, religion, and terrorism. 100% to me, if you choose religions, you can score much better marks. I may be wrong. Let me do my correction here. I may be wrong, but the way I wrong, I think is 10% wrong. Okay, it's not 100% wrong. So it's up to you. Because from my experience and from the way I see most of the teachers, because most of our social studies teachers like myself, we are bred and born here in Singapore. No matter how they are around my age. So I strongly believe cross-referencing. Because it's true. 我们从小到大就是因为是 religion, race. Right? We don't talk so much of social. Because of these two, that it transforms Singapore what we are today. Sorry, okay? But if you want to argue is as in social economic status, I leave it to you. All right? So this is Hai Tong and Wei Miao. This is I use the short form to represent issue 1 instead of chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So boring. This one easier to remember. This is issue 2, chapter 4 to 7. This is like that. Easier to remember. Then this one is issue 3, word easier to remember. Okay. Are you all ready? Get ready your pen and paper. Okay, because we're going to do something. Oh my gosh. Give me a minute. I'm going to move my file to another place because okay, I'm going to close down this one first. Say, okay. I'm going to move this file. Give me a minute. Ready? What do you see now, children? Rachel, what do you see? Yes, we're going to do Hwa Chong paper. Okay? You're going to do Hwa Chong paper. And look, please look the SRQ marks. Ready? Look,
Wait, why
don't complain.
Why is it 20?
Yeah, correct. Well done, Rachel. I was about to share with the class, you naughty boy. Run better than me. 先睹为快鸡蛋糕。看到吗？嘉玲。你们的 A 是7分，对吗？微妙 7 marks, right? 乔欣 7 marks, correct 了。他们的是8分。为什么你摇头？我没有说过吗
My pie is 12.
Yeah.
Sorry, 8 and 12.
Correct. 这是华中的。这是华中 paper. So if you guys complain, 7 and 8 marks complain. Hello, theirs is 8 marks and 12 marks leh. Zhao Xian, is this the first time you see the SS paper from Hwa Chong, right? Correct. Yeah. Yao Yi also, right? Yao Yi. Right. Okay, 我们来做这个 question. The answer is below. This was my ex-student. Ready? Okay. Yeah, Rachel, very alert. Well done. You can be sharpshooter. Why 20 marks? Wow, very fast. Okay, this is issue 1. Ready? Let's look through the issue 1. I give you 5 minutes. Very simple. Okay, why not I help you? Okay. All right. Pei Kun, can you read to the class for extract 1, please? So I can rest my voice.
Singapore has expressed the wish for a more gracious, behaving a kind, pleasant, polite, and calm way society in the next 50 years. And while the government can encourage and facilitate this graciousness, it is something the citizens themselves have to produce.
Well read, awesome. Well done, loud and clear. what you know, I talk about graciousness. It appears in this paper. And the timeline, ladies and gentlemen, we're using taxi here. The timeline is definitely the next 50 years. And what we want is to preserve, ready, right now, is to preserve, to protect, and prevent racial riot, to preserve the traditional value, to protect the value as well, and also to prevent any conflict. That is the timeline for the next 50 years. The audience is definitely Singaporeans. The audience is definitely our citizens. The audience is also for foreigners who are interested to come to Singapore to invest. Okay, and explain this one. Later we look through the questions, and definitely I stand for the issue 1. Thank you, Pei Kun. Next, I want Jia Ling. Extract 2, please. Later, sorry. Later, Yi-Chen, I want you to tell me extract 2, the TAIX, okay? Thank you, Yi-Chen. Thank you. Let's go.
Safe environments and secure borders are fundamental to the existence and progress of any nation. One of the duties of the Singapore government is to maintain internal order and external security.
Ooh, okay. Yi-Chen, timeline.
Timeline should be like now.
Confirm. 最后决定.
Now.
Okay, thank you. And then the audience.
Wait now.
哎，你这边你是最老的哦，大徒弟。还有星辰啊。Okay. Who is the audience?
Singapore government.
Number 1, good. Second.
Singapore citizens.
Singapore citizens and those who are staying in Singapore. Well done. Third one.
That one.
Can you imagine that time I also use this to test him? Okay, he also very strong on that. And don't forget, guys, theirs is 8 marks for a 7 marks question of yours. Yours is 8 marks, for them is 12 marks. And look at the answer later. He scored 15 out of 20. So another audience are external threats to the internal security. Agree or not? Agree, huh? Okay, so you explain what is it, then later we look at the question, and then the issue is number 1. Thank you. Okay, number 3, Yao Yi. Can you read to the class, please? And then followed by Ziyi, explain to me the TAXI. Okay, Ziyi, are you ready? Okay, later. Thank you, Ziyi. Go.
Governments devote significant resources.
Sorry, after Yao Yi read the whole extract 3, Ziyi, you have to tell me your TAXI. Okay? The timeline audience. Can? Okay, go. Yao Yi.
Government devotes significant resources to provide public goods and services so as to improve the well-being of their citizens. The provision of these goods must therefore fall on the government, who has the resources and authority to obtain the financial resources for production of these goods and services, so that all citizens can have access to them.
So, when is the timeline?
Present day.
Good, and that's all?
Like now, like governments have done something to help citizens, but it's not, those governments have done things to help provide for citizens, like to improve their well-being.
Okay, and who are the audience?
Citizens.
And who else? 3 group, at least 3 group.
Governments, I guess.
Okay, government is confirmed. Citizens of Singaporeans confirmed. And what are the third groups?
People all over the world. No.
I would say that would be the 4th or 5th group. I was looking for groups that is inside. What do you think? Oh, shucks. Not you, You can hear my dog barking.
People who don't like the government.
No. no, Rachel. Yes. It's very good for that, but it's true, no? You don't laugh, huh? It's true, but not for this one, Rachel. Not for this one. I agree with you, not for this one. But there are groups that really, when you see the extract, don't be surprised, huh? I'm not surprised that people don't put it, don't like the government, the extract, which is called the terrorist, 嘛，没有错吗？对不对？海通 correct 了。If people don't like the government, opposition party 没有错吗？ It's true. In this one, nobody, there will be just someone will not like you one, no matter how good you are. Even Mr. Lee Kuan Yew 做到这么好，还是没有人喜欢他。习近平做到这么好，也是没有人喜欢他。And Donald Trump 做到这么好，也是没有人喜欢他。You're my love. When I say that, my student, Uncle Raymond, seriously, are you sure? Which is true. If nobody liked Donald Trump, how come he voted into the president? Correct, no? Please. Okay, we have to use 3M. When you think, you must manage your maturity, and then you must able to motivate when you say something. 3M. Agree, Ziyi? Okay, thank you, Ziyi. Now, to be honest, extract 2, 3 is not only present, but also the future. Now, you realize extract 2, ladies and gentlemen, is talking about internal and external security.
Right.
Okay, thank you. You're mute. So extract 2, you realize in one of the exercise that I give you is extract 2 is internal security, right? And extract 3 is one more time. Extract 2 is internal security. Extract 3 is external security. 有吗，嘉玲？对不对？那时候我有给你一个 homework 这样做的。Then I ask you whether internal security important or external security important for Singapore. So internal security, we are talking about Singapore Police Force and the SCDF. All right. And then the external security force, we are talking about Singapore Armed Forces, the Army. So which one do you think play the most important role in Singapore, right? Now, sorry, Ethan, to answer your question, SPQ is 30 marks. No, it's 35 marks because the 7 marks and 8 marks is for the SRQ, okay? Answer your question already, yeah? All right, so extract 3, now you see they are more 高的难度了。现在 extract 2是把它放成2个在一起写，这个是放在一个 by right 这个 public goods 是另外一种啊。One is extract is, do you think government should provide public goods or the citizen themselves should be the one? See? So 微妙是不是高难度了 ？Correct 了。本来是这个 questions for this one is 2 separate extract。他把这2个放在一个 extract， 他把 internal external 放在一个 extract。OK？ Get it 了，微妙 ？You understand 同学？好 ，OK。Let's go to the question. I'm very tired. Singing. Can you read the question number 1A, please?
Extract 1 shows the desire among Singaporeans to create a gracious society. In your opinion, in what ways can Singaporeans help to create a gracious Singapore society? Explain your answer using 2 ways.
So this is 8 marks. Thank you. Extract B, Xing Chen.
Extracts 2 and 3 reflect on the role of government in working for the good of society by maintaining order and security, and by providing goods and services for the public. Do you think the role of a government is more important in maintaining order and security, or in providing goods and services for the public? Explain your answer.
Let's do this. Let's do this first. Because this one is, when you look at the answer, I tell you, okay, let's do this first. For me, okay, I start first. Whether is it government importance or providing goods and services? Oh, really? Ethan? Serious? Okay. Okay, so you see, 哎呀，Ethan， 这样我早知道3个礼拜前给这个 question 给你不是好哦。哎呀，对不起大哥，是我的错。Really word for word Serious Oh my God, seriously word for word. You see guys? Possible Okay, good luck If you really can see this Okay. For O-level student, okay. Yes, full copy this. Okay. So good Next year, set 3 student, we compile all the questions, okay? Then we attack Okay. In fact, she gave me I went through with him for 1.5 years. No, I with him 2 years plus. So a lot of SS questions. Some of the answer when he started off also not very good. So finally, I introduced the TAXI for him. Later you see for answer. Okay, let's go through this. Yi-Chen, since you're done already, which one do you choose? Hold on. I will choose, ladies and gentlemen, I will choose the goods and services. Okay, maintaining orders and securities is important, but I will choose the goods and services for the public is more important. Okay, you choose security. Wait, hold on to your gun first. Why I choose goods and services for the public is more important. First, remember the thing I told you about MASLOW, the Marshall theory. The theory is that you provide these goods and services. Now, goods and services, we are talking about hospital, we are talking about education, we are talking about the infrastructures, all right? All right, the polyclinic, the library, or even some of the buildings, okay, as per se, all right, or even the street lights. Okay, once you have all these public goods, then to me, the security will come in more prevalence and more protective and more preventive measure, in my opinion. Why? Because when you have public goods and services, people will feel that they are more secure. They can walk at night in the street lights. That's why I feel it. And when you have hospital, you know that you care for the citizens of the well-being. Very good example, ladies and gentlemen. The COVID-19, now I know recently the case quite screwed up, but the government is doing their parts to get the vaccine, to get all these things, the trace together, all these things. These are considered to me as a public goods. Now, you can maintain laws and order. Ladies and gentlemen, you see the Australia, New Zealand, which my uncle told me in NZ, very quiet. They told me so far in New Zealand, he told me, he WhatsApp me, so far so good. My friend in Australia, staying in Melbourne, he said he dare not to come out because of the anti-circuit breaker, anti-lockdown, they got protests. So now they have to provide security rather than public goods. So if the government were to provide public goods and services to 安定人心, then the so-called, to me, the maintaining order and security will be not so bad, can easily taken care of. Because once you provide these things, they feel that, okay, the government take care of my well-being. The government know that I need this. Correct? So this is my feel. And the most important thing, because with these goods and services, because we are talking about supermarket, we are talking about hawker center, we're talking about food. Remember, a hungry man is an angry man. Therefore, wow, you need people to eat. You need people to have a house. Okay, what happened if the leaf spoil? Nobody come and repair. And what happened if the lights of the whole HDB building no lights? I tell you, you take candle. I like to teach the world to sing. Cannot, ma. So that's why I find that once you have the public goods, why? And I can support this claim is when Lee Kuan Yew took over Singapore. The first thing is that they want to make sure, right, that all the Singaporean citizens who support him and want to make sure that everyone is 丰衣足食, got a shelter. He start to build HDB flat. He start to make things. They take away the swampy area, the kampong things, to allow people to have a more conducive, creative, and connectivities environments. For example, now look at the MRT got aircon. Sorry, what am I talking about? The interchange got aircon, connect to MRT, connect to shopping center, connect to building. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, my argument is still public goods and services are more important than maintaining orders and security. Of course, this is very important. But once you settle your internal feelings of the emotion of the people, then you come in. Back to you, Yi-Chen. Can you still remember what you wrote for?
Okay,
yes.
I chose security is more important because I feel like, for example, right, if there's terrorists in a country, right, and like maybe, for example, in Singapore, the security is so good. Like in first place, the security is very good. Then maybe like business, like people dare to do business in Singapore. And like, for example, if there's like theft like every day and like every now and then like people would like not dare to like do business, and or like they will not it will not be very secure. And also like I feel that if the security of the country is gone, and like if the country is like in a hectic, right, then even if you like provide goods and services, the citizens won't be able to like receive the goods and services very well. Like for example, maybe for example, like let's say one of the provided goods and services may be like schools, education. But if there's terrorists in the school, or like
yes.
Maybe like school shooting events happen, then it's also not very good for the students, and maybe many like students would be scared maybe. So I feel like security is more important to be able to for government to deliver these goods and services for the public. Yeah.
Any more?
No.
Thank you. You remind me that one, you say the school terrorists are children. That one don't happen in Singapore. That one happen in other country. Okay.
Like what if? It's like
wait. 那个其中最近那个 case， 我们不要讲那个 RV case 啊 ，OK？ 那个 RV case 我们都是道听途说，大概怎么样。Guess what? One of my students, her cousin is in that class. Okay, shock. It's in the class. Okay. Oh my goodness. So we don't talk about that, but we are talking about terrorists. We are talking about other countries. But today, if you say Singapore, the school got terrorist attack, I think no parents would want to send their children to Singapore and study already. True enough, as a discipline teacher, I know we were worried about these terrorists at the time when they got this shooting in other countries, or even the 911 case or all these things. We take very serious considerations. Yeah. But we know that once we have this, the citizens have the same frequency, we know what it is, we will watch each other back. That's what I feel. But in US, you don't have this kind of feeling or seeing it, correct now? You say, if the black, well, yo, what's up, man? Come on, you weird Asian, get back to your damn country, man. Then you say, hey, black, get back to your Africa, man. And then the Amo will come, hey, you, what's I'm talking about? Excuse me, this one is a Red Indian territory, okay? You go back to England. 对吗？美国不是英国人，如果你看叶问最后一集，你就知道为什么嘛，对不对 ？Right? Americans belong to the Santiago, the Red Indians. What talk you? They get their history right first. So to me, I still think if you want to have a multiracial country, I still think the perfect harmony is to build good environment. To emphasize my point, ladies and gentlemen, is when your house, you have all the facility well. Okay, your grandparents or your parents cook nice, good food to you. Automatically, the harmonies and bonding will be there. It will slowly, surely, and definitely build the security. All right. So let's ask the set 4 student first. Tong Ye, what do you think? Sorry, government or public service? I mean, public good.
Public good.
Please make your stand, man.
If you provide them, it's like they will be, the people will be happy, and then they will be loyal to the government.
Okay, carry on then. What else?
And then when they are loyal to the government, then they will be able to support the government's policies.
Okay. You see, it's just like when your parents don't keep asking you to study, to do this, but your parents say, never mind, you know, that recently the PSLE, so stupid question comes out. Even my CC asked me to comment about this. I say it's very stupid. Carry out the coins, how many kilo and all these things. Do you really use that? Yes. It's about loyalty to the countries and you feel good. It's just like when at home your parents cook nice food for you instead of asking you to keep studying and then know your well-being. It's okay. If your result is not good, do it better. Okay, don't play too much games, something that's well-being. Yes, then you will start to know, hey, actually my parents care for me more than my result. Yes, any more? No more. Okay, Rachel, what about you? Yes, I all right, Rachel. What do you think? Which one?
Public security or goods and services.
Whether the government should be more to the maintaining order or security or to give goods and services to the public.
Order and security.
Sorry?
Order and security.
Why? Why do you choose that?
Because if you don't even have security, a country will be more likely to be targeted by attacks. If a country is targeted by attacks, most like cargo ships or cargo planes will like avoid the area because it's like literal war zone. And if the cargo ships and cargo planes just don't fly to the area, the goods and services just won't get provided at all.
Wow, you go to issue 3 already. Defense and diplomacy. Wow, high level. You see now, our dear friend think high, think far, and also think deep, and also in the past. Okay, well done. Not wrong, huh? Any more? Rachel, well done. Any more?
If there's no order inside a society, there might be a lot of, like, if there's no order, there'll be a lot of crimes happening, and the people would more likely be afraid to go outside or just get the stuff and dip. So because people rarely go outside and people just don't want to go outside, goods and services just will not reach them because.
Well said, well said. Wow and well said. Okay, good. Okay. You get it now, children? Okay, any more? Later.
No.
Okay. He remind me of the FUSI. Because of this one, it caused crisis. It caused curfew. It caused calamity. It caused chaos. It caused confusion. Oh, that's why without the proper law and order and maintaining security, the whole thing structure will collapse. So no matter how nice your building is, you do not have law and orders, you have all this C effect, which is just now I mentioned all the C effect. Yo, chalat lah. Uncle Raymond, so how can you say public good is important? You see, they already counter-attacked me and Tong Yi already. Okay, who else? Ziyi, what do you think? Is it government in maintaining order, security more important than goods and services? Ziyi.
Maintaining order and security more important than goods and services.
Yes, please.
I think goods and services is more important because
sorry. Okay, sorry. I'm so excited.
By giving goods and services, then you are also lessening like the chances that people get angry and start rioting or something, right? So if you keep people happy, they will have no reason to want to disrupt order and security. So I think that is the very kind of manipulative way to maintain order and security easily, but it's also very effective, and it's more effective than like causing everyone to make peace with each other by just scaring them into it.
哇，洗耳动听啊，爽啊，海通。All right, not wrong. You see, it's just like 填住人家的嘴巴。They remind me of the GST voucher that give to all the season during the bad time. You talk about COVID-19 where people give out masks, give out this and that. Thank you so much. Okay, who is Set 4 student here? Zhao Xuan, you're not, who else? I know Chao Xing is not. Ziyi, Xingyi, you are Set 4, right? Don't pretend. No doubt your face very cute like Set 3. Okay. Don't ignore this guy behind me. Okay. You look at the Marina Garden by the base, the MBS dancer get lost. Not you. Okay. Xingyi. Later will be you, Wei Miao. Okay.
Alright.
Xingyi.
Goods and services.
Why?
Like the person before me said, like, if the security and all those is to maintain order when the people starts to do how do I say? It's mostly when the people angry then they start doing all those bad stuff. Then you need to maintain order. So if you can prevent them from being angry from the start, then it's better. Less resources will be wasted.
Whoa, steady man. 5M, materials. Okay, some more? No. Okay, actually, you are not wrong to say that because when you have all these things, it's actually like at home. When your son, next time, Xingyi, example, your son don't want to study or very naughty, not playing truant, go to school, but the result is very good. But still, because of naughty here and there, you cannot just beat him or scold him or what do you call prevent him from getting certain things, right? So what you need to do is that you talk to him, you counsel him, you persuade him, then you transform him, correct? Rather than to put security, you go anywhere, must report to daddy. Where you go? Okay, daddy, now I'm in school toilet. I shishi. Hey, go. Now, daddy, I go and eat my breakfast. No good. Too tight security already. Correct. There's this thing called lack of freedoms. All right. So there is a flexibility. Well done. Wei Miao, your turn. If I miss any set 4 student, please let me know. I don't think so already, right? Pei Kun, are you set 4? No, right?
No.
Okay, Wei Miao, all yours.
I think I'm maintaining order and security because, like, first of all, if governments will...
Yeah,
like,
lagging,
focus...
sorry, sir. Lagging, can you be, sorry.
Because, like, if the governments only, like, focus in providing goods and services for the public, not everyone would appreciate their efforts. Like, you know, like, if there's no order and security, there's just gonna be, like, a lot of vandalism and stealing because no one is there to enforce the law. But if they were to, like, maintain the order and security first, then I think providing goods and services would be like easier in the future, and the effects will be greater. It will be more beneficial. Because, like,
that's all?
Yeah, because, like, everyone would appreciate it.
That's all? That's all. Yao Yi, you say already, huh? Yao Yi, are you there? Yao Yi, you say already, right? Did Yao Yi say just now? Yes, right? Yes, okay. Wei Miao, you remind me of this this thing about public goods. Suddenly remind me, one of the things I'm not sure will come out in your SPQ. There's this Sengkang, they want to build a 那个判死人的东西crematoriums and then the old folks home right? Of course, you remember in your textbook say, please don't do it not at my backyard. You remember there's this topic here, don't do this at my backyard. Don't build an expressway behind my backyard. Don't build an old folks home or a crematoriums or something or the old folks caregiver, things like that. Yes, you're right. These are all public goods, correct now? Not everyone appreciate. I totally agree. No? Okay, can you imagine behind you build a cemetery or build something that the government's for the sake of the people, but they don't appreciate it, especially if the house is like very rich like Bukit Timah. You know, these are all the rich bungalow, and suddenly you build an old folks home there. You know, people will not appreciate, the property price will drop. Then end up the public goods are no one. Whoever says just now vote for the government, no one will vote for the government for that particular area already. Yes. So when you do some things, when you do public, you must be sensitive. So in conclusion, that you say that because of security and it's more important because you are reminding me of those rich people or affluent people who stay in this country. The purpose of they invest, innovate and involve in this country is because they want to put money, every dollar is sent here to be well protected, to prevent from a terrorist attack and to be more productive and make their money more profitable. So you are not wrong to say that. So you see, very confusing, all the answer like that. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, I'm not going to show you the A, let's show you the B. Ready? I would like to have Hai Tong, can you read the first paragraph? Sorry, before you read, children, I want you to use the DEEERL, that one, to check through, all right? Hai Tong, can you read to the class B? The government is important.
The government is important in maintaining order and security. The government has a few ways to protect Singapore's peace. Some of these include teams like Singapore Police Force and Singapore Civil Defence Force to maintain the peace in Singapore. One example is the Little India riot in 8 December 2013, where a private bus knocked down an Indian national in Little India. This has created a commotion during that period of time until teams like SPF came to stop the chaos, which has peaced down. We can see from this situation that SPF and other teams were very effective when it comes down to maintaining order and security. If there were no teams to maintain the order and security, things would have been worse. Thus, Singaporeans are relying on the Singapore government to work on maintaining order and security in Singapore so as to not create another chaos in Singapore again. Thus, the role of the government is important in maintaining order and security.
Thank you so much. Well read. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, 6 marks. And realize that you describe, then you explain, and you give the example. Anyone know about this Little India on the 8th of December? Thanks to them, okay? My friends always say, 你看这些印度人害我过了10点半不能喝酒. Anyway, I told them, you tell me for what? I also don't drink beer. I don't drink alcohol, which is also a good thing. Sometimes there's certain things that happen that change the whole course of entire of the laws and order, which is 10:30 is quite reasonable. But because there are people, sorry to use the word, I'm so sorry, if I offend anybody, you say 是酒鬼的，他一定要喝， then what to do? Right? So then again, it's different way of seeing perspective. So this is Hai Tong, you know about this Little India riots? Wei Miao懂吗? Have you seen this before? No, now you know, huh? Okay? This is the one I suggest. This is a very good example. You don't believe, go and Google it now, later, and put that 8th of December, Little Indian riots. A lot of information there. A lot of pictures there also. Wei Miao. 2013, I think you're still a little boy. Young one, correct 啦？你才几岁？可能小学而已对吗？你还不懂事啦，不用紧。Okay, understand. So you see, they give the example. Then after that, they feel, you see, they link back to the expression. They feel secure. You see, you see, relying on this and feel that so maintain order, they create chaos. Again, thus the role is important. See, because of very effective, they feel safe. Okay, thank you so much. Next, we talk about this. Tong Ye, your turn.
The government is also important in providing goods and services for the public. This is because the citizens need these goods and services to help them with their work so as to improve the economy in Singapore. One example of service given by the government is the public transport. In Singapore, public transport can be found almost anywhere. These public transports are very cheap and can help people travel around in Singapore easily. These public transports are very convenient. For example, the different buses in Singapore are used to go to different locations. A person can take a number 157 bus to go to Jurong from Bukit Timah, which is very easy and convenient. Everyone would expect the government to help those without cars to travel around easily and with a low cost. Thus, the government is important in providing public goods and services for the public.
Okay, anyone want to ask me, how come you choose bus 157 from Jurong to Bukit Timah? Can anyone tell me why? Why so many buses must choose 157? Cannot choose 26 something, 800, 900, 13 something. Why must choose 157? 嘉玲，为什么？ Why? Why choose? You see, by giving this example also valid. He got 9 marks out of this. This one is 12 marks, or 9 marks out of 12. Is it A1? 9 over 12, is it A1? You go and count, I can't remember. 医生，为什么A1 来的也可以还没有写完OK， 各位宝贝还没有写完You see? Okay. Jialing, read to the class, please. In conclusion, since you cannot answer me the 157, so you read this one. Okay, go.
In conclusion, I feel that maintaining order and security for the public is more important. In order to give Singaporeans the feeling that they are safe in our country, the government is required to maintain the order and security for the public. As the saying goes, safety first. I will feel that providing a safe environment for the citizens should be the priority, even though the providing of goods and services for the public is important. But I feel that a person's safety comes before giving them more resources. Thus, I feel that the role of the government is more important in maintaining order and security.
Thank you so much, sir. Well read. Realize Hai Tong, you realize that he gives in such a way using safety first, 安全第一. So I told him, say, use VSPOT, which is called fables, idioms, similes, phrases. Use idioms or similes. 可以咩? SS can use like that. Say, go for it lah. Don't try, go for it. And he really use it. Now, children, I'm not sure. I'm not sure all of you, your teachers say can use this. Like a friend in need is a friend indeed, or safe and sound, okay, or something like that, to write things like that. And he did it. He did it using this, what I told him. And he did it also because, ladies and gentlemen, because he stayed in Bukit Timah. Charlie, because he always take 157, okay? His parents purposely buys a house near to Hwa Chong. Okay, and on top of that, his mom also buy a house not only near to his son Hwa Chong, his brother stay in Ngee Ann Poly. 哇，12了啊，微妙 steady 啊 ，just buy that condominiums for the 2 children 真的是用心良苦。Okay, and it's quite near to the MRT, for the sake of the 2 sons. Wow, cool, So you see, using 157 from Jurong to Bukit Timah. Okay, so that's it. And you can see the conclusion. You can see how you say in order. And you see in conclusion, of course, you can use thus, hence, and therefore, right? Zhao Xuan, got it now? So your SRQ, remember, you see, you use the thus. I told you already, thus. Right? You mark correct. You see, it's not me. You don't believe me, fine. But this is marked by Hwa Chong teacher. And then, Yi-Zhan, you also use thus and hence, therefore, right? In your exam, Tong-Ye also, right? Yes? In your exam, do you use that? Thus, hence, and therefore? Okay? There you are. This is the answer. Okay, now, let's go back to question number A. Can you name me, in your opinion, what that helps gracious society? Let's go through everyone. This one, no set 3, set 4, okay? First person to go through is all the set 4 students. Tong-Ye, can you start first? Which are the 2 things that you help gracious Singapore? Write down, this one everyone can involve, okay? Because some of the answer may be better than mine and better than the one inside this as example.
You can help to create a gracious Singapore society by being a responsible citizen and obeying the law.
Abeng?
Huh?
I thought Abeng. Okay, Abeng.
No,
you know it's Abeng, right? You know it's Abeng, right?
Laws. Yeah.
You know it's Abeng, right?
Yeah, like following the laws.
Sorry?
Following the laws.
Following the laws and order, gracious society. Okay, right now, so 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And Liang Ti, you're listening, and Yumin, you're listening, you also can add in. Following the law, number 1. Number 2, hurry up. I still got a lot of things to share. You only give me 1 point, Tong-Ye, 1 more. Everyone must contribute 2 more.
Helping others.
Helping others like what?
Doing volunteering.
Volunteerism. Thank you. Okay, you can mute. Xingyu. Next will be Qiao Xing, okay? Xingyu.
Spread. Wait, I'm trying to think.
Think, Zhao Xuan, doesn't mean your mic not working. You cannot type and give me the answer. Don't pretend, Zhao Xuan. Okay? Zhao Xuan.
Try to socialize with your neighbors a bit more to build a better
neighborly
community.
Okay, neighborly. Okay, the neighborly. Okay. And then next one. Zhao Xuan, can you type your answer? Okay, Zhao Xuan. Can Zhao Xuan? Zhao Xuan, can you hear me? You okay now? You look very tired. Okay. I know tomorrow you have to go to school for exam. Come, 1 more.
I think first.
Okay, Qiao Xing.
Not that sure, but citizens can participate in events such as the MySG composition to give the government feedback on how to improve on the society as a whole.
This is an excellent point, man. Write down. The SG conversation is the most important because this feedback will be genuine, will be very fruitful, meaningful. Well said. Second one?
provide help to one another in times of crisis. For example, during the haze crisis of 2013, Mr. Jeremy Chua organized a initiative to provide masks to those who are in need of it.
That's a super example. This is definitely high marks. Okay, thank you. Awesome. You hear that, huh? Next. Wei Miao. Well said, man. Well done.
I'm thinking like, since like everyone has the freedom of speech, why can't like instead of complaining, why can't like a group of people like use this freedom of speech to follow like maybe petitions to like to say things that are like夸奖 like 夸奖政府那样子。
Okay, praise and mock the government. That is where the Hongling Park. The Hongling Park is where is the place for a speaker corner. Okay, but the freedom of speech got a price to pay for it. Okay, so next one.
I'm thinking about. I thought about donations, but
yes, can charity. Okay, NGO, charity, 可以. Okay, can because of time, sorry, I have to move fast. Hai Tong, how about you?
Maybe rewards for the top influential figures, like the most gracious or generous people.
哇，大慈善家哈 ，right now the philanthropist, yes, wow. 你有一个很大的心啊，很好 ，it's true. We are talking about Tan Tock Seng, Lin Li Shun that time 那种awards given to them, the Lee Kong Chian's. Okay, next one. Any more?
Maybe.
You remind me of EduSave Awards. Okay.
Maybe,
all right.
Prevent all the crimes.
Crimes, is it?
Yes.
That means we are talking about citizen on patrol, which I'm doing that. 就是跟警察 go around the resident there to make sure there's a peace and law and order. Thank you very much. Xing Chen. Jia Ling.
Can like conduct events or not?
Like what?
Like those
K-pop.
Bring
K-pop.
people.
Sorry?
Like in community center, then can bring people together.
Racial Harmony Days, yes. And then the line dance. You know line dance? I will hate that because Uncle Raymond is a break dancer. So you don't ask me to line dance. 你不要笑 I really can do break dance one. I'm not, hey, Wei Miao, don't laugh at me, okay? I used to be a break dancer. It's now that only things I do break dance, I break my bones only. 老了嘛，退化了. Okay? I would never ask me. My wife, auntie, I say, next time we go and do line dance. That would be the last thing I want to do. So boring. Let's do break dance. Okay, well done. Community organizing events. You see, I can do that, is it? Okay, I can do that. Okay, next one. Jia Ling. Just think that you're the MP, okay? Just think that you're the Prime Minister of Singapore. Just think that you're a committee leader. How do you bring graciousness? One of them is to have, 端午节, right? 中秋节. You can bring this festival for all walks of life to come in. True now, Wei Miao. Hai Tong correct. Like Hari Raya, you want to make the kueh kueh, the Malay kueh kueh, or the Indians, the Indians, the house, I can't, what you call it, I suddenly forget. On 在印度人他的门口，他不是撒了一些很漂亮的图案，对吗？ A lot of nice features, this thing. Hey, please, when you walk past, don't destroy it, okay? That is their Deepabalis, that kind of decorations. This is a thing you all need to know when you come to Singapore, okay? All right? Okay, Ken, Jia Ling, that's all? Got anything? No, Rita? Next will be Yao Yi, and Ziyu, come. Yichen also. Okay. If you all, because of no time, you can type in and share to everyone, okay? Rachel? Can please share be fair how everyone also contribute. So if you can contribute at least 1 point, we share, then we got the database ready. So many things to share. Come, Rachel. What are your 2 points? Oh, not there already. Rachel, are you there? Okay. So can I list the answer? Qiao Xing, can you read to the class, please?
In my opinion, Singaporeans can create a gracious Singapore society by promoting racial harmony through activities. In order to be more gracious, Singaporeans can increase their bonding between people from other races and religion. This will allow them to communicate with one another better and be more friendly to people who are different. For example, in 2012, 6,000 people participate in an Orange Ribbon Walk to celebrate Racial Harmony Day. This will allow the people to accept people of other races and religion through communication with one another and get bonded together. If a country is more bonded together, especially between races, there will be lots of peace. Thus, I feel that promoting racial harmony in Singapore will make a more gracious society.
Thank you. Well read. You see, they use the describe, explain with example, right? Example here. Then you express that and it has a result. And then finally link back to the questions and using the magic word task. Can you finish out for me? Same, Qiao Xing?
Singaporeans can also participate in activities organized by community clubs to create a gracious Singapore society. In community clubs, there are lots of activities organized for people in the neighborhood to participate. For example, in Jurong, activities like Halloween parties or family walk would be organized. These activities are mostly free for people in the neighborhood to participate. When the people participate in these activities, they could talk to other people and interact with each other. This will allow them to know each other and help each other when in need. Thus, people will become helpful and friendly to one another, promoting graciousness in the society. Hence, I think that participation in activities organized by community club is can't see anymore.
It's
a way to create a gracious Singapore society.
Okay, you say that it doesn't reflect graciousness. Yes, but it does to me by doing the community services. Okay, I don't know why you say it doesn't show graciousness. But you see, he got 6 marks out of 8 marks. Another A1, correct? So you can see that is the teacher say it doesn't show this part. But since you say how? You say each other and help each other when in need. How? Now, please, children, never write this something like that. I told him. Allow them to know each other and help. And sorry, one more time. I'm so sorry. This will allow them, who is the them, to know each other. Who is the each other and help each other when in need. So this part is a bit blur. You get me now? This part you talk about racial harmonies and Jia Ling, you are right, Jia Ling, community club. So just like I remember 那个端午节, right? Okay, the festival of the Mooncake Festival, the rice jumping, or even the Deepavali. This will have to bring the example. But this one, Halloween, is not a very good one, not because of spelling mistake. We're talking about Halloween, it's not really, I would say a bit more. Okay, why quarrel? But I want, nothing wrong, nothing wrong. But then again, you should bring the essence like the Mid-Autumn Festival or the Hari Raya, things like that. And what else? The Deepavali or Christmas, something like that. Then you will showcase to allow them to further deep-rooted understand the race and religions. And then you show graciousness that we appreciate your festival. We appreciate that your Malay's kueh is very nice. We understand that you want to share and care. That's what I mean. Okay, so as you can see now, this is the ISRQ done by this boy. All right, so I hope you got some idea now how to do your SRQ. Let me see where I need to show. Oh, where's my box? It's not here. Okay. Give me a minute. Sorry, I'm opening out the file. I just opened already. Okay, there you are. Now, so what is social study all about? To help the students, you say, make sense of the immediate. Okay. Oh, it's not ready. Okay. Is to help students to make sense of the immediate society. So just now what I went through the SRQ with you, the religions, the race, and all these things, and the internal, external security. I think today's are very fruitful for you. Liang Di and Yu Ming, if you are listening to the YouTube, you know. So see the interconnectedness as the Singapore and the world. Some of you say about the world, which is involving the external party, develop the ability to make informed and reasonable decisions for the good of the society. So the good of society is not just the citizen of that particular country. It's also, we are talking about the whole, because we are talking about the United Nations, we are talking about the ASEAN, the 10 countries, we are talking about the bilateral relationship between Singapore and Malaysia, Singapore and Thailand, Singapore and Indonesia, or even Singapore and US. Okay. So what do you see in the picture here? Okay, this is a picture that some of you will tell me, the first thing that comes to your mind is the two horses. But some of them will say that it's a face of a very nice lady. Some don't even bother to see the horse and see this. You see the whole behind is a desert. So what you see social study is not propaganda. To be honest, I only half agree. Okay, it is a bit of propaganda in my opinion. I know some of you will disagree with me. A propaganda in such a way that we have to know certain things that is for the goods of the people. Now, propaganda means usually say good things or say bad thing, whatever. That's why to me, propaganda is in a way sometimes it's good. Just like addiction. Now, if I'm addiction to drugs or cocaine, that means it's a bad addiction. But if I say I'm addiction to history, Xingyu, not bad thing, right? Oh, Dima. If I say I'm addiction to more knowledge, nothing wrong, huh? But if I say I'm addiction to gaming, then something wrong, right? Then you ask me next question, Uncle Raymond, if you say addiction to game, how many hours do you play? I will say 20 hours, then it's considered addiction already, right? Right? So, Hai Tong, if I say I'm addiction to smoking, then you ask me, Uncle Raymond, how often you smoke? If I say every day I smoke 2 packets, confirm addiction, right? But I'm a smoker, to be honest. I have to declare. But if I tell you, Hai Tong, I 1 year smoke 1 cigarette, seriously, is it considered addiction? No, right? No, I'm serious, no? I love to smoke, but I cut down a lot of smoking. I'm a heavy smoker. But because of my health now, and now my liver got problem. Okay, so I have to control. Nothing wrong. So ladies and gentlemen, addiction doesn't mean 各花入各眼, right? So one man's meat is another man's poison. So when you just now we argue, hey uncle, you see, I think internal security is better. You say that it's an addiction is bad. Yeah, it's true. If I addition too much of history or too much of knowledge, yeah, that means overdose. Okay, which is not wrong what he say also. But I still disagree with him. Sorry. Sometimes it's good to have devoted to something. I'm really addicted to my own things. All right, like history, seriously. Until today, I still like history more than social study. Seriously, I no hard feeling. So what you read is the tip of the iceberg. Okay, just want to share you. So please, from now on, don't look at the surface. Use my method. Think far, think high, think deep, think behind. Okay, that's how we work. Now, next is an immediate question. How do you end up being a Singaporean? What does it mean for me to be a citizen of Singapore? My rights and responsibility. As you know, that just now we read about the roles of the race and religions, and about the internal and external security. About a lot of people contribute, saying must go to community center. Okay, must show graciousness, must make sure harmony. Yes, this it's not other country. Okay, you must know your legal status. Okay, this one we are that's today's chapter issue 1. So remember your identity. Your identity not because of your Chinese, Malay, Indian. Ladies and gentlemen, your identity is the IC that you hold, the pink IC, Singaporean. If you are holding student pass and not pink IC, then it's a different rights and legal status. 对不对哈，海东？不要误会哈，我不是要打给你们微妙海东 ，because 我问他们已经问过了。So you're a new student, I just want you to play a part, so that you are in line with them. So Pei Kun, now I come to you, Pei Kun. You see, who decide our rights? So imagine, Pei Kun, you are the Prime Minister, right? You will decide the rights if you are born in Singapore or if you are born not in Singaporean. And you also decide your rights whether, okay, I'm so sorry, Pei Kun, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Pei Kun. Now, you know recently about this LGBT, right?
Yes.
You know what is that, huh?
Yes.
Does it have their rights now? Are they allowed to legally marry in Singapore? The question is no. But they allow them to do certain work. Then remember now the nurse, as a Malay nurse, you're allowed to put the tudung, right, to work. That's your rights. Get it, Okay, Pei Kun?
Okay.
Thank you. Now you see, check your eligibility. Age 21, PR for more than 2 years, gainfully employed, applying for yourself. So apply for citizenship. Married to a Singaporean citizen for 2 years, age 21, PR is for 2 years. Okay? And then you know those 16 years old, if you want to work part-time job, are you allowed to work or not? Or let's say you go to poly, are you allowed to work because of student pass or long-term visitor pass? Okay? This one is in your Google Classroom with here. So the requirement, dual citizenship, you have to renounce citizen of your country, and Singapore don't allow dual citizenship. Either you take or you leave. Okay. Well, where else other countries allow you to have, like I think if not wrong, Australia allowed you to have dual citizenship. Okay, then you know you must serve NS. Okay, because of the past history that Singapore was being attacked when the British ran away and left us in the dire strait and left us in a very chaotic situations. So 靠人不如靠自己呀。So 我们要防范未来的敌人。Okay, and then the CPF, I think last week we talked about the MediSave, MediShield, MediFund, how it is useful to you, how the Singaporean grant citizenship, why do you think one must be one PR for at least 2 years, then become citizen, to show right now, in case they ask you, is to show your sincerity, commitments, and loyalty to a country. Like somebody just now mentioned about loyalty. And why do you think Singapore does not allow dual citizenship? That means they don't want you to take advantage of the rights. Okay, they don't want to take advantage of the rights. The rights, that means you can buy HDB flat, you can have the EduSave award, you can have the 1 kilometer away to study your primary school, you got the rights to get the GST voucher, you got the right of subsidies from the PUB bills. All these are being by the taxpayer money. So please do not abuse it. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so this one, why does it mean for me to citizen? I think this one, hopefully I can cover next week. Okay, because of time's running out, but let me see whether, okay. Any questions? I will use this for next lesson. So you see here, what it means here, what does it mean to be citizenship of my country? Okay, Singapore is our homeland. This is where we belong. Homeland. Now there's this thing called nation and country. This is my home. What does it mean? Does it mean that because you have the loyalties and the commitments to serve the country, to pay taxes, or are you committed to defend the country when the country call for help? Are you able to, like what some of you mentioned about volunteerism? This is the little things that will change the transformations of you being a citizen, of you being the nationality, of you being identified the citizens that commit, care, and also contribute to the country to make it a gracious society to live in. Very important. It's the same thing. They always say charities begins at home. Are you going to do that for the sake of your family?